Most people assume that when a powerful crime boss is sentenced to prison, their criminal career ends. But for some organized crime groups, prison has not always meant the end of leadership. Throughout the 20th and 21st centuries, investigators in countries including Italy, the United States, Mexico, Japan, and Brazil have uncovered cases in which imprisoned leaders continued to influence criminal organizations. How is that possible? How can someone behind bars still exercise authority? How do authorities try to stop it? And why have some criminal organizations proven so resilient? This documentary explores documented historical cases of prison-based criminal leadership and the methods governments have used to disrupt it. Unlike street gangs centered on one individual, many organized crime groups function as networks. They often have hierarchical leadership, trusted deputies, financial managers, lawyers, family members, regional commanders. If a leader is arrested, another member can temporarily manage operations. In some cases, imprisoned leaders have continued to make strategic decisions through intermediaries. Law enforcement agencies have spent decades developing ways to interrupt these communication channels. The Sicilian Mafia, also known as Cosa Nostra, has long relied on strict internal rules. Historically, investigators found that some imprisoned members communicated using coded notes known as pizzini. One of the best-known examples involved Bernardo Provenzano, who reportedly used brief written messages to communicate while evading capture and to maintain influence within the organization. Italian authorities responded with specialized anti-mafia investigations and the 41 bis prison regime, which imposes stringent restrictions on communication for certain high-risk inmates in an effort to prevent them from directing criminal activities. These measures have become an important tool in Italy's campaign against organized crime. In the United States, several leaders of the Five Families were accused of attempting to influence their organizations while incarcerated. Federal investigators have documented cases where messages were allegedly passed through. Attorneys acting within legal limits, but whose visits created communication opportunities. Family members, visitors, corrupt associates over time. U.S. prison authorities strengthened monitoring, restricted communications where legally authorized, and increased the use of high-security housing for inmates who posed continuing public safety risks. Major prosecutions under the RICO Act also targeted entire criminal enterprises rather than only individual offenders. In several Latin American countries, prison systems have faced serious challenges from organized criminal groups. For example, Brazil's Primeiro Comando da Capital has, according to Brazilian authorities and researchers, coordinated activities from within prisons at various times. Similar concerns have arisen in parts of Mexico and other countries where authorities have worked to prevent imprisoned leaders from communicating with outside networks. Governments have responded with measures including maximum security prisons, communication restrictions, transfers between facilities, intelligence-led investigations, specialized anti-organized crime units. The effectiveness of these measures has varied by country and over time. Law enforcement agencies use multiple strategies to reduce the ability of incarcerated leaders to influence criminal organizations. These include monitoring legally permissible communications, restricting contact for high-risk inmates under applicable laws, separating key leaders from associates, investigating financial networks, using witness testimony, international cooperation between police agencies. Modern investigations also rely heavily on financial analysis to identify money laundering and organizational structures, rather than focusing solely on individual leaders. Criminal organizations often outlast individual leaders because they are structured to replace them. Many groups maintain succession plans, distributed leadership, shared financial interests, family or regional alliances. This organizational resilience has made long-term enforcement efforts more effective when they target the broader network rather than only its leadership. History has shown that imprisoning a crime boss does not automatically dismantle an organized crime group. In some documented cases, imprisoned leaders continued to exert influence through trusted intermediaries or established organizational structures. At the same time, governments have developed increasingly sophisticated legal, investigative, and correctional strategies to limit such influence and weaken criminal networks. The continuing struggle between organized crime and law enforcement has shaped prison policy, international policing, and criminal justice reforms around the world. Ultimately, the story is not about criminals outsmarting the system. It is about the constant evolution of both organized crime and the institutions dedicated to combating it. If you enjoyed this documentary, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more in-depth documentaries on organized crime, law enforcement history, and the major investigations that have shaped the modern world. Thank you for watching.